Hello, YouTubers. In case if you're wondering what's the design in the background, well, that's just an example of Islamic geometric art. Uh, but anyways, getting on to the topic of this video, which is titled "Using the right sounds in English rather than the wrong sounds in English when saying certain Arabic words." The reason why I titled this video in such a manner is because there are certain Arabic words that I'm going to go over in this video. And basically what has happened is that these Arabic words have made their way into English, but apparently when they're pronounced by English-speaking Westerners, the wrong sound in English is attributed when pronouncing a part or more uh, of each of these words. And so uh, anyways, the words that I will be going over are Allah, Hajj, Islam, and Muslim. Now, there are English speaking Westerners, such as Americans, who pronounce the AL in Allah as the AL in Alexander, whereas when if you want to say the AL in Allah the way it's actually supposed to be, said or pronounced, you have to realize that the AL in Allah is identical in sound to the ULL in the English word hull. So instead of saying Allah, you would say Allah because, again, the AL is identical to the ULL in hull. So you get the word hull, you take the H out and you get ul if you keep everything else constant. So you say ul, then you add la at the end and you get Allah, Allah, Allah. And for those of you who are wondering how to pronounce the AH in Allah, all you have to know is that the AH in ALLAH is identical to the A in the English word sofa. So the way you would pronounce the A in sofa is exactly how you would pronounce the AH in ALLAH. Now moving on to the Arabic word Hajj. Now a lot of Americans um, would pronounce the AJJ and HAJJ identical to the ODGE in the English word Dodge, whereas the AJJ in Hajj is identical to the UDGE in the English word fudge. So if you want to know how to say the word Hajj correctly, you would have to pronounce it as the English word fudge, except with an H rather than an F. So instead of saying fudge, you would say Hajj. And that's actually how you say the word. So, as you can see, these sounds exist in English. Like, well, you don't need to go outside of the English language to be able to pronounce the sounds required to pronounce words such as Allah and Hajj as they're supposed to be pronounced. And the same thing goes for the IS in Islam. The IS in Islam is not identical to the IZ or is in the English word dizzy. The IS in Islam is identical to the ISS in the English word kiss. So you get the word kiss, you take the K out, and you're left with is. Now say is and add lam at the end, and you get Islam, 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 rather than Islam. And I made an entire pronunciation tutorial regarding the IS in Islam, which you can see the link to on the screen. And I will be posting this link in the description section as well. Moving on to the word Muslim. Now, a lot of Americans pronounce the U in Muslim as the U in the English word up, whereas the U in Muslim is identical to the U in English words such as push and pull, rather than the U in the English word up. And the same thing goes for the US in Muslim. The US in Muslim is identical to the USS in the English word wuss. The US in Muslim is not identical to the UZ in the English word muzzle. And I mean, there's an entire tutorial video, pronunciation tutorial video I did on the word Muslim, where I go into more details. And as you can see on your screen is a link to that pronunciation tutorial video. And I will be posting a link to this video as well in the description section. Now, to deal with possible objections that I might face for making a video like this, for example, well, nobody speaks Arabic here, and here where we live in the U.S. or U.K. And, and so my response to that is that I'm not telling you guys to speak Arabic. I'm actually telling you guys to speak English, if anything, and to use the right and appropriate sounds within the English language when saying certain parts of the following Arabic words that I've gone over, so that you're able to pronounce these words as they are correctly pronounced. Because these sounds that are required to pronounce these words correctly exist in English. You don't need to go to the Arabic language at all. For example, the sound udge in hudge exists in English. You say it when you say the English word fudge. All you have to do is transfer the right sounds in English when saying the Arabic words that I've gone over. For example, applying the USS in the English word wuss when saying the word muslim, when pronouncing the US and muslim, and as a result, you'll be saying Muslim rather than Muslim, because you'll be transferring the right sound in English when pronouncing such words. I hope you guys are with me. I hope you understand what I'm saying so far. And another possible objection that I might face as a result of making this video is, well, we live in an English-speaking Western country, and so we should use rules of English pronunciation rather than the rules of Arabic pronunciation. And my response would be, okay, first off, I want to start off by saying, as I mentioned before, you don't need to go to the Arabic language to say these words correctly. The sounds required to say these words correctly already exist in English. Second of all, the rules of any language are not the infallible words of God, and therefore there is no need to rigidly stick to them, and like other man-made rules, they are not immune from being imperfect. Also, languages, as time goes by, change, and don't you think it would be a good change for any language, not just English, to adopt the correct sounds within that language when pronouncing when pronouncing foreign words that enter and become part of that language as compared to not. If you ask me for my 2 cents, I would say yes, that would be a good change and a better thing to do. Anyways, that's it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed my video. Toodles. Catch you guys later.